Hi, I'm going to be showing you how to upload and work with the Christmas gnome. First, you're going to open your Cricut and you're going to get a blank screen like this. Go to Upload, go to Upload Image, Browse. I've already assumed that you have unzipped the holiday layered gnome file. If you don't know how to do that, I have another video on my blog about how to unzip files. Okay, so I'm going to look for the scalable vector graphic. If yours is looking like this with pictures, then you'll want to just come up to this little place right here and change it to details so you can tell which one you're picking. And this is the one I'm going to pick. And then open it. And it'll look like this when it comes in, just fine. And you're going to tag it if you want to, you can. And then save it. And here it is now. So you just click on that and it'll turn green all the way around it. It also shows that you have it selected here, and you can deselect it by clicking on the X. Insert the image. And now you see the gnome is here completely, and it is all grouped. So here you see there's a group up in the upper right corner. You can ungroup it here to select and deselect what you need to print. So for example, I have the extra shoes here if you're going to print this guy as a flat layered 3D, not the full 3D back and front. So I'm going to go ahead and ungroup that just to show you. And then I'm going to select these shoes just by clicking on the mouse and drawing a box around it, and then it's going to select. Now you're going to see how it selected all these other ones? That is also grouped. So you're going to want to ungroup that one as well. Okay, so that was probably a good lesson anyway. So when I did this box around it, it accidentally selected this guy, so they are not grouped because the group button isn't there to ungroup it. So I'm just going to select the shoes, and those two are grouped. So you can always see here what's grouped and what's ungrouped, and you'll have that ability to ungroup it. But I'm not going to cut those, so you just hit this little eyeball over here on the right, and they'll go away, so they won't be cut. So that's all you do with that. The rest of this is all ready to cut. It's all layered in the way that it should be layered so that you can front and back, and you'll see all that. So I'm going to go ahead and click Make It. And you'll see these pieces are ready to cut in white. They are the background for the candy cane, the pieces for the snow on the hat, and then the hat itself. And then the next one is the beard in the different colors. And then these, when it cuts out, it's going to leave these pieces here. I used those for the hair on the back of the gnome. Let's see. And then we have the black. So this is all the shoes, the pieces that go in between, the mittens, and the middle of the gnome itself. And this piece you should cut out in as heavy as cardstock as you can to support the full front and back of the gnome. You'll have more of the beards. You can change these colors. I'll show you how to do that in a minute, so they'll all cut on one mat if you don't want to use the different varying colors. This is the red. It's going to cut one for the front, one for the back, the rest of the candy cane, and the little pieces for the little snow on his hat. These are the pieces of the hat layers. This is the pieces of the hat layers, front and back. And then this is the nose. So everything's all ready to cut. I'm going to go ahead and cancel. You would just continue here if you want to continue cutting, and then select your cardstock. If you want different kinds of cardstocks, you'll just have to select which ones you want to cut, and then cancel and come back in and change the cardstock that you use to cut. Now, if you want to ungroup, let's say this guy right here, this whole thing right here, to choose different colors, you're going to ungroup it, and then you're going to select each piece. Now this is also grouped. You can see up here it's grouped because there's 3 layers to make it stand out. So now you have this guy, and this guy is all grouped, or not ungrouped, sorry. And then so you can see all the different layers of the beard, and they're in order. So if you want to change any of these colors and have them cut out different colors or different materials or different types, you can select which one you want. So let's say we want to do the white one. We want to do this guy in white as well. So you would just come up here and select your color here and change it to white. And this right here tells you all the different colors that are selected or used in this whole project. So there's different colors of grays, there's different colors of red, and you can see there's another color here, and that's just to distinguish all these different layers, but you can change them to anything that you want. So I'm not going to change that one right now, but so you can see like this hat has different colors. There's over on the right, there's a darker red, the lighter reds, and then the whites. But you can change any of those colors. I'm just going to ungroup it, pull them apart, so I can see which one I might want to change. So this one right here I might want to change to red. So all you would do is, again, go up to this color and then change it to red, or change it back. And what the colors do, what the colors do on Cricut for this right here, all it's doing is telling it what mat to put it on. So if there's a different color, all of these, if I want to select all the hat and then just cut those guys, I'm going to get 3 different mats because I have a red, a white, and a darker red. And so all those pieces will be on 3 different mats. So if you want to cut them all on one and the same color, then you just have to change the color of what you're cutting. So you would change that one to red like I showed you, change it to red. Okay, so that's pretty much it. This guy is grouped. Just to continue on, I'll show you. This guy's grouped, so I'm going to ungroup him to show you that what I did was I layered each piece. So when you're putting it together, you can follow this as well. You just when you get it all cut, come back in here and you'll see how it layers back together. You just have to keep looking to see what was grouped. When I'm cutting, or designing these, it's much easier to group them all so that I can keep the designs together and not lose sight of where I'm at. So you'll see the feet this is a big group right here. So I'm going to ungroup it, and you'll see there's actually 4 different pieces to their shoe to give it more volume. So these will layer on top of each other. And this little guy is the front where his little pointed boot goes. So you can do these in different colors so you can see the different layers. But I just figured his boot's all black, so that's why it's just all one black color. And this guy right here is the back of the gnome. It also has 2 different layers, so I would ungroup it to see both of those layers. So that's what makes him be so 3D, is all these different layers. There's 3 of the gloves. There's even layers of the nose and layers of the little pom-pom on the end of his hat. The candy cane has layers. Now these 2 do not have layers. This is just the middle piece that goes in between the back and the front so that he stands up better. On this guy right here, you may want to cut 2 so you have a front and a back, and then you can use these 2 pieces in between the 2 black pieces to get him to stand up a little better. And again, use heavy cardstock for this guy in the middle so that it'll give him a better structure so that he doesn't topple over. You can also put a popsicle stick on this just so that it's hidden, and if you use 2 of these, then you obviously can do that a lot easier without anything being seen. And do the popsicle sticks up here so you have room to put the 2 middle pieces here that will attach the two pieces together. So I hope that helped. And if you have any questions, of course, contact me on the contact sheet on the blog, or email me at lori@craftroomtime.com. I hope that helped you put together the gnome a little easier, and I'll be seeing you on the next project.